Hello. In philosophy, there are three main ethical theories: virtue ethics, consequentialism, and deontology.
Each theory provides a unique perspective on how we should make moral decisions. In this video, we'll take a closer look at these theories, their key concepts, and how they differ.
First, we'll start with virtue ethics. Virtue ethics is an ethical theory that emphasizes the character and virtues of an individual rather than the consequences of their actions or adherence to rules. Virtue ethics asks the question, what kind of a person should I be? It is concerned with cultivating good habits and developing a virtuous character. According to virtue ethics, individuals should strive to develop virtues such as honesty, courage, generosity, and compassion, which are valued for their own sake. Virtues are considered to be desirable traits that lead to a good life, and virtuous individuals are those who possess these traits and act in accordance with them. Aristotle, one of the most influential philosophers in the history of virtue ethics, believed that virtuous behavior is achieved by finding a middle ground between two extremes. For example, the virtue of courage is achieved by finding the middle ground between cowardice and recklessness. Next, we'll move on to consequentialism. Consequentialism is an ethical theory that focuses on the consequences of an action. According to consequentialism, an action is morally right if it leads to the best overall outcome. This theory asks the question, what action will lead to the best consequences? Utilitarianism is one of the most well-known forms of consequentialism. It suggests that we should always act to bring about the greatest happiness for the greatest number of people. In utilitarianism, the end justifies the means, so the moral rightness or wrongness of an action is determined solely by its outcome. While consequentialism can be very effective in guiding decision-making, it has been criticized for failing to consider the rights of individuals and the intrinsic value of certain actions. It can also be difficult to predict the consequences of an action and to determine which outcomes are the most important. Now we'll move on to deontology. Deontology is an ethical theory that is based on following moral rules and duties. The theory asks the question, what is the right thing to do? According to deontology, some actions are inherently right or wrong, regardless of their consequences. For example, lying is always wrong, even if it leads to a positive outcome. Deontologists believe that certain duties, such as keeping promises, respecting the autonomy of others, and telling the truth, should always be followed, regardless of the consequences. Immanuel Kant, one of the most influential philosophers in the history of deontology, believed that moral actions should be guided by the categorical imperative, a universal moral principle that applies to all rational beings. In summary, we've looked at the three main ethical theories: virtue ethics, consequentialism, and deontology. While each theory offers a different approach to moral decision-making, they are all useful in their own way. Virtue ethics emphasizes the development of virtuous character, consequentialism focuses on the consequences of an action, and deontology is based on following moral rules and duties. Learning the three main ethical theories can be beneficial in several ways. By understanding the principles and values that underpin each theory, you can reflect on your own beliefs and values and consider how they align with different ethical perspectives. By learning about different ethical perspectives, you can better navigate complex ethical issues and make decisions that align with your values and principles.